Hey there, hello, hello there. It's Jeff Cardano welcoming you to another Bout boxing tournament. Of course, this is the fourth group of the round of 128 fighters. We have four. This is the fourth block of 32 men who will try to join others in this thing. So, a quick recap: Carlos Monzon, Roberto Duran, Muhammad Ali, Joe Gans, Sergio Palma, Henry Armstrong, Salvador Sanchez, and Joey Maxim won their second round matches in Group A to qualify for the final 32, and then basically the rest of the tournament was played for seeding. And Carlos Monzon defeated Joey Maxim, so Monzon will be a top four. I love you. And then you got Willie Pep, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, Bob Montgomery, Gene Tunney, Abe Patel, Joe Shuko, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Tiger Flowers. All American and all qualified from the second tournament, the group. In the end, Gene Tunney defeated Sugar Ray Robinson to get the top seed, to be a 1 to 4 seed. And then Group C, we had Luis Manuel Rodriguez, Edgar Jafra, Young Griffo, Tommy Ryan, Marvin Johnson, Jack Dempsey, the NP from Ireland, Barney Ross, and Yuko Gushikin qualified. Jack Dempsey defeated Tommy Ryan. Well, Jack Dempsey NP beat Tommy Ryan to be a top 4 seed. Now we got ourselves this group. So Jack Dempsey, the overall number 1 seed, he takes on Don Jordan. The winner of that one takes on Jorge Castro or Gene Fulmer. Tiger Jack Fox versus Ken Overland. The winner of that takes on Tony Sale or Pete Herman. Sam Langford, the Canadian, against Danny Moyer. The winner of that takes on Miguel Laura or Vasily Zhirov. Florentino Fernandez takes on Jack Blackburn. The winner faces Floyd Patterson or Keith Holmes. Joe Louis take on George Levine. The winner takes on Dalil Loy and Graziano Rocchiani. Ricardo Lopez faces Bert Littell. The winner faces Benny Leonard or Fabrice Tiasso. Joe Frazier versus Tommy Gibbons. The winner of that one takes on Tommy Laughlin or Carmen Basilo. Mike Lucy versus Bobby Dobbs. Faces Sugar Ray Leonard and John Henry Lewis. So you have 9 foreigners, and there's 2 all-foreign matchups, so we might not see anybody. But anyway, the second round matches, the 12 round matches, will be all televised. These are the key ones because that gets you into the final 32. So we'll see who gets who. All right, let's start her up. Our first matchup has Jack Dempsey and Gene Fulmer. So kind of expected. The heavyweight Jack Dempsey against the middleweight Gene Fulmer. From Fight Coliseum, Billy Jordan, your announcer. James Jenkin, your referee. Kujada, Drucksman, and Page, your judges. Somoji, your ringside expert. So Jack Dempsey, undefeated. The Manasa Muller from Manasa, Colorado. 1895 to 1983. He lasted a long time. 6'1", 194 today. 65, 6 and 11 in real life. World heavyweight champion. Look at that. Just a referee. Grace Punch, number 7. He was an icon. His first tournament, he took down Young Stribling, Rocky Kansas, Johnny Wilson, Aaron Pryor. Well, Aaron Pryor got in because he lost. Well, he was a finalist and he was a wild card. And then he beat Mickey Walker by TKO. And then he TKO'd Don Jordan in the 6th round. On the other side, Gene Fulmer, the middleweight from Utah, 5'8", 160, 55, 6 and 3 lifetime. In this thing, he was 6 and 2. He lost his first 2 fights. So Jimmy Bibbins and Horatio Acapello. But his third tournament, he beat up on Phil Kim, Bobby Jones, not that Bobby Jones, Ike Williams, Willie Pastrano, and Cyril Lennon from Belgium. He put a decision on Jorge Castro. So, who's going to win? I don't know.
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ladies and gentlemen,
Gene Fulmer gets killed. And Jack Dempsey. Well, I think he had it. Actually, Fulmer actually had the first 3 rounds. But Jack Dempsey proves himself worthy. I mean, the guy is a legend. Poor Fulmer, I feel for him. But Jack Dempsey by KO in the 5th round. He had him dead to rights. The punching accuracy, man. And Fulmer had a cut, so that was not going to help matters. Our second fight is Ken Overland and Pete Herman. So both of them actually with minor upsets. But Overland or Herman, someone's going to the final tournament 32 middleweight bantamweight. From the Coliseum Arena, Frank Shane, your announcer. Sean Curtin, your referee. Chevrier, Serge and Barbara Perez, your judges. Dan Coco, your ringside expert. So you got a 10-2 fighter, Ken Overland. Middleweight, 1910 to 1969, so he didn't last that long. Only 59 years. He comes from Norfolk by way of Decatur, Illinois, 5'9". We don't know his weight. 131, 18, and 9 lifetime. In the universe, he beat Tommy Farr in his first tournament, but lost to Fritzy Civic. And then he took on Anton Christopoulos, beating him, Jack Hawkins, and Tony Valera before Tony Sale being by split decision. Tony Sale actually would have been Overland's opponent if he had beaten Herman. But in his probably the last-ditch tournament, he TKO'd Jimmy Leto. He took down Phil Terranova, Buddy Bear, Davey Day, and then Marty Servo to get in this one. And then he TKO'd Tiger Jack Fox in the 6th round. Pete Herman, 7-2. Kid Herman, as they call him, 1896 to 1973 from New Orleans. 5'2", 118 bantamweight. He was 92, 24, 14 world bantamweight champion. His first tournament, he beat Joe Lynch before losing to Jimmy Wild. Then he lost to Jeff Delaney. But then his next tournament, he beat Johnny Gilbane, Mike Glover, Jim Barry, Les Darcy, and Joe Bolker, all in order. And then he decision Tony Sale. So that's how it started. It looks like Herman might win.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I really determined they could cut. Is it over? That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
But bleeding cut's gonna run over them. Yeah, he's got a bleeding cut. I can't really comment on that. And Pete Herman did win. I kind of figured. He had a bleeding cut. What do you expect? So Pete Herman moves on to the next round. So Oberlin tried, but that cut was just too much. And now we have, yes, Langford and Laura. So it's Canada versus Colombia. So Langford and Laura doing their job. Can Sam Langford get in? I would love to see that as a Canadian. Let's meet Laura for the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec. Ben Bentley, your announcer. Frank Santor, your referee. Carter, Manuel Koga, and Bakwana, your judges. Rocco Del Sesto, your ringside expert. I wonder how they're gonna do it. The Canadian, Sam Langford, light heavyweight. The Boston Tar Baby, as they call him. He went to Massachusetts to fight. So anyway, from 1883 to 1956, so he was 73 when he was there, 5, 6 and a half, and 185 pounds. The light heavyweight, 203, 46, and 52. On the world heavyweight title, the French version. World colored heavyweight champion. International Box Hall of Fame 1990. He's only fought twice in Canada. Well, he beat Jack Britt in San Antonio. In Toronto, he TK'd Lou Edwards of Wales. He TK'd Jack Hare in England. And then he decisioned Kid Williams and Ezra Charles, the Cobra. How did Ezra Charles get in that tournament? Oh yeah, I guess because he was a runner-up in the last tournament. They gave him a pass in the next one. And then he TK'd Denny Moyer in the 8th round. On the other side, Miguel Lara from Colombia at the bantamweight. Happy Laura, as they call him. Born 1961, 118 pounds. What's his height? They won't tell us. 37-3-0. He was the WBC bantamweight champion. He started off with 3 straight losses in tournaments. Joe Mugabe, Brian Mitchell, and Rocky Luckridge beat him. And then he beat Hilmer Kenty and Rafael Arado before losing to Watanabe of Japan. Now he was 2-4. He had one more tournament left before he had the 7-fight milestone. He defeated Oliver McCall, giving him his 7th straight loss. Jean-Pierre Koopman, Brian Mitchell, Eloy Rojas, and Loy Honeyghan were victimized by Laura, and then he put a decision on Giraffe, the man from lovely Kazakhstan. Here we go. I would love to see Langford win. Now, normally with 2 foreigners fighting, I skip this match. But the problem is, I'm Canadian, so I want to see this. Slippers. Well, I think we made Susie. Oh.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
Well, it's a bleeding cut. Can he finish it off?
One, two, three, four.
That's safe by the ball. Langford got a couple of knockdowns on Laura, so Laura will have to keep up.
One, two, three, four, five, six, eight, nine.
Laura's in trouble. Uh-oh.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
Can he do it one more time? Nope. I'm shocked that the referee hasn't stopped the fight. Got some swelling, these two guys still.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Have the Laura line to stay down, because you'll need a knockout in the 12th round to win.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
Scorecard says, yeah, it's like, I think there's no chance that Laura had. Do you know how many times he got freaking knocked down? Yep. 2 American and a South African judge say that Sam Langford wins, and Canada will get their guy. We'll get a guy into the final 32. We only had one guy get in at the 128th. And now Langford will move on to the next round. But he'll still fight because, seeding is important. Well, he knocked him down 5 times, and Laura kept getting up. Gotta praise him for that, but he was toast. Next is Blackburn and Patterson. So that's a big matchup. Floyd Patterson is in against Blackburn from the Cambria Athletic Club. Michael Buffer, your announcer. Let's get in a rumble. James Jenkin, your referee. Devin Berger, Ben Hoy, and McDonough, your judges. Javier Aguirre Flores, everyone's an expert. Blackburn 6-1, the lightweight, Chappie as they call him, from Philadelphia by way of Versailles, Kentucky, 1883-1942, 5'10", 133. 98, 26-19. Billy McCartney is your manager. He lost to Ted Kid Lewis in England. And then he beat Freddie Welsh. Billy Papke, Jimmy Simister, Benny Yanger, and Mike Gibbons to get this far, and then decision Florentino Fernandez. Floyd Patterson, the light heavyweight, the guy from 1935 to 2006, so he lasted 71 years, not bad. 6 foot, 182. The first guy to regain his world heavyweight title after losing it, 55-81. A lot of guys, including Chevalo, fucked. In Fantasyland, he lost to Kid Gallivant in his first fight. And then he beat Jose Torres, Giorgio Peralta, Jose Medel, Jose Napoles, and Rodrigo Valdez. So he beat 5 straight foreigners. I think it was Puerto Rico, Argentina, um, Puerto Rico maybe, Puerto Rico and Colombia. He put a decision on Keith Holmes. So I can't believe it. He went through a tournament without. He went through the first 6 fights facing a foreign-born fighter, and now he beat an American. This one. Oh, let's get back there. That's right. Fight. After 6 rounds, the scorecards are going to give to Patterson possibly. Well, Blackbirds go through swelling to will not deter the judges.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
Well, Blackburn's swelling. I don't know if that's going to be it. Well, they say it might be close for Patterson, but we'll see. See what the judges say. Devin Barger says 115, 114 for Blackburn. What? Wow. Devin Barger. Gail Van Hoy says 115, 114 for Patterson. Well, this is close. And Tom McDonough soars at 117, 113 for Patterson. Well, at least he had the presence of mind to say, you know what? That was not as close as it should have been. So Floyd Patterson wins. Blackburn upset. But I mean, the guy freaking tried. Next up on the list is Joe Louis against Delon Loy from Italy. So Joe Louis, you knew he was going to get it. He gets Loy, the junior welterweight, from the Joe Louis Arena. How ironic! Jeff Conner, your announcer. Bella Florian, your referee. Clark San Martino, Jack Whitburn, and Manuel Arroyo, your judges. Jim Trunsell, your inside expert. So from Detroit, Michigan, Joe Louis 6-0. He made his hometown in Detroit by Lafayette, Alabama, born 1914, died 1981. 6'2", 204 pounds today. 69-3 lifetime, world heavyweight champion. Personal history, he beat Kid Gallivan, Charlie Fusari, Carl Olson, Jack Kid Burke, and Max Schmeling to get in the tournament. This was, I think, the first qualifying tournament of the 128 plate. And then he decision George Levine. So he's fought in Detroit all but once against Olson. On the other side, the Italian Delon Loy, junior welterweight from Milan, 5'4", 137. 115, 3-8. World light welterweight champion. Personal history, lost to Marcel Sardan in his first tournament appearance. But he beat Dick Tiger, Doug Jones, Ernie Terrell, Young Gene Buffalo, and Gert Van Heerden, the Dutchman. Or is it Belgian? I don't know. And then he put a majority decision on Graziano Rocchiani to get this far. So we'll see who wins. scorecards. Joey, ooh, Loy's not gonna let him go with. Nope. This is pleasing.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your
I
winner.
don't know. This could be close. Oh wait, Lloyd, it's over. Joe Louis in the 11th round has TKO'd Lloyd. Joe Louis has survived. Wow, I thought we were going to the judges. But Joe Louis wins in the 11th round. It was close though. Lloyd gave it everything he got. But in the end, Louis wins. Now, let's see the next match. It is Ricardo Lopez and Benny Leonard. So, man, Ricardo Lopez. What a story he's been. He's 6-0. He gets Benny Leonard to lightweight. Could Ricardo Lopez do it? Well, at Sunnyside Gardens. Jill Fitzgerald, your announcer. Sylvester Albenza, your referee. Capper Schellenberger and Press Huerta, your judges. Steve McCarthy, your ringside expert. Ricardo Lopez 6-0. El Finito. He says he wants to finish fights. He's 5'5" and 109 pounds. 51, he never lost a match in his career. Wow. He had 22 title defenses, knocking out people 17 times. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard. What? Wow, I can't believe it. He beat his idol, Julio Cesar Chavez. He TK'd Ernie Shavers. He TK'd Mike Tyson. That was a shocker in the 11th round. And he put a decision on Asuma Nelson before decisioning Burt Littell. So, wow. All 6 fighters he's fought against are pretty much superstars. Well, Littell, not so much, but yeah. It's Benny Leonard, the Ghetto Wizard. 1896 to 1947. 5'5", 150, lightweight. 183, 18, and 12, the World Lightweight Championship. He beat Tommy Gibbons before being DQ'd against Jack Herring, his first chance to qualify for this thing. Then he beat Philadelphia Jack O'Brien, Mike Gibbons, and Stan McVeigh for losing to Tommy Gibbons in the semifinals. He was 4-2. He had one more chance. He beat Gene Tunney. Wow. He beat Stan McVeigh. He beat Bob Turner. He TK'd Laszlo Pop. And he put a majority decision on Jimmy Wild, the Welshman, before beating Fabrice Tiasso of France. So Benny Leonard's got to take down Ricardo Lopez, but we'll see. So after 6 rounds, it is close, but Leonard has it. Swinging by Lopez.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
Well, that swelling might ruin Lopez's chances. And I think it does. I think Leonard's got Lopez. So let's see if Ricardo Lopez can win. The last 4 fights, well, the last 2 fights of the second round are all American matchups, no matter what. Robert Tapper says 115, 113. Schellenberger says 115, 113. And Perez Huerta says 115, 113 for Betty Leonard. Big loss for Ricardo Lopez. But Benny Leonard just had it there. So that means that we will only have 10 foreign fighters. So the final tournament of 32, we are guaranteed 22 American fighters and 10 foreign fighters. So that's not half bad. A 2-1 margin. That's not bad. So Ricardo Lopez tries. He just had nothing. Look at the crosses. 120 crosses and 114 jabs. Those stats were more than Ricardo's punches landed combined. Benny Leonard wins. Feel bad for Lopez. And now we have Joe Frazier and Tommy Laughlin battling it out. Frazier 6-0, Laughlin 6-2. From the Cambria Athletic Club, Johnny Addy, your announcer, Vic Dragulich, your referee, Suarez, Waleed, and Young, your judges, Will Schubert, your ringside expert. Joe Frazier, 6-0, the heavyweight Smoker Joe Frazier, 1944 to 2011, from Philadelphia, by way of South Carolina, 5'11", 210 pounds today. 32 forward 1. He was the heavyweight champ for a little bit before George Foreman pummeled him in real life. All his fights have been in Philadelphia. He KO'd Wilfred Benitez. He KO'd Bruno Akari. He TKO'd Marvin Hagler. He had to have a split decision against Tyrone Everett. He had a KO victory over Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. And he decisioned Tommy Gibbons. In the first round of this tournament, Tommy Laughlin, light heavyweight, the Phantom of Philly. He's from Philadelphia too. Ironic, he had two guys from the same city. He was 80 when he died, 5'11", 192 pounds today. You need to bulk up. Well, he's been in Box Hall of Fame. Look at his resume. You see there, personal history, 6-2. He lost to Pancho Villa and Jack Braden to get this far. But then his next tournament, he beat Tiger Jack Fox, who competed, and I believe who competed. Yeah, he competed and lost to Overland. Conor Kelly, Jimmy Leto, Harry Smith, and Billy Jones. He decisioned Carmel Basilo to get this far. Scorecards say Steve Frazier. Well, you got a close cut for Frazier. Will that ruin him in this fight? Oh boy, Frazier got that cut. That could be ruining. That could ruin him.
One, two, three, four, 6, 7, 8.
Frazier's got 2 points in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Is that close cut going to mean anything? Scorecards say possibly, but there's a knockdown by Frazier late. So I think Frazier may have just saved his butt. We shall see what happens. Seco Suarez sees the fight 116-111. Malik Walid says 116-111. And Rocky Young sees it 116-111 for Smokin' Joe Frazier. That cut did not ruin it. Lachlan gave it everything he got. But in the end, Frazier got him. It was close. The combinations were there for Lachlan. 41-52. Punchiaxi was there for him. Frazier got a cut, but a knockdown was Hub. Here, so you can see. You love it. And now our final matchup in the second round is Bobby Dobbs and Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, it's Dobbs, the lightweight, against the junior middleweight Sugar Ray. Ed Durian, your announcer from the Belterra Casino Resort and Spa. Mike England, your referee. Clements Wells and Miller, your judges. Dan Coco, your ringside expert. 9-3 versus 6-3. Bobby Dobbs, born in 1869, died in 1930. From South Carolina by way of Kentucky. 5'8 and a half, 132, the lightweight. 109, 40, and 33, the colored lightweight champion, I guess. Claims to have over 1,000 fights. Of course he does. Well, anyway, Dobbs started out life terribly 0-2. He lost to Joe Jinnah and Young Griffith. And then his third attempt, he beat Jimmy Gardner. Well, the problem was that Bobby Dobbs was in twice. Somehow they screwed up and gave him 2 things. He did lose to Rube Ferns, but technically he beat Rube Ferns to get the title. And then he TK'd Mike Lucy. Sugar Ray Leonard, 6-3. Still alive. He was born in Maryland. Well, he's making his home in Maryland by way of Wilmington, North Carolina. 5'10. 5'10, 159. 36-3-1. Welterweight, middleweight, super middleweight champion. Light heavyweight, super middleweight. Boxed at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. He started out life terribly, 0-3. He lost to Ricardo Lopez, which was embarrassing. Very embarrassing. He got TK'd by Wilfredo Gomez, and he lost to Jeff Fanish by split decision. But something clicked. He beat Larry Holmes by majority decision. He beat Simon Brown by KO. He decisioned Louis Devel. He TK'd Regulateur from Holland, and he TK'd Frankie Lyles. And a decision on John Henry Lewis. So we'll see what happens.
One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, I think Dobbs is in trouble. Is this going to be the end of the round? Dobbs has got to keep reading. Well, that's a fast start. Dobbs is gonna be coming. So looks like this is going to be Leonard's fight. But Dobbs would probably need a knockout to shock the world and get himself into that tournament. The final tournament. Dobbs needs something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
We have a decision. I can safely say Dobbs probably did not do it. And at 119, 110, I tend to agree. What is this? Yeah. Yeah, it was no contest. Sugar Ray knew he had it. So that's a key second round matchup with Frazier. Bobby Dobbs was just lucky to be there. Dobbs had nothing. 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 He only landed 168 punches. That would be, I don't know. Yeah, 13% punching accuracy. So that's it for the second round of fights. And now let's see if we see what happened. Let's see. Quarterfinal. Dempsey beat Herman by KO. Langford beat Patterson by decision. Wow, big one for Langford. Benny Leonard shocked Joe Louis. Wow. And Joe Frazier beat Sugar Ray Leonard. So we had a skillful Final Four. In the end, Sam Langford with the decision win. Wow, Langford beat Dempsey. Wow. Langford beats Dempsey. Frazier beats Leonard in by KO. And Sam freaking Langford, the Canadian, won the tournament. Can you believe it? Sam Langford beat up on, he beat up on Danny Moyer, no big deal. Miguel Laura, no big deal. Quarterfinal, he took down Floyd Patterson. And then in semis, he took down Jack Dempsey, and then he beat Joe Frazier. So he beat Patterson, Dempsey, and Frazier in one tournament. Can you believe it? Sam Langford will be a top 4 seed no matter what happens. I can't believe he beat Joe Frazier. I'm shocked. I am actually stunned. Sam Langford had won the tournament over Joe Frazier. But in the end, you never know what can happen. And we'll see what happens when the 32 men go toe to toe. I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.